Thank you for visiting Wealthy Coins again. Quite large. For Shiba Inu in November, this means 1,000 times more. SHIB updates. On November 6, the Shiba Eternity video game will be released worldwide according to the Shiba Inu team. The update states that principal developer Satoshi Kusama authorized the activation of the green light. At this time there are no specifics, but on November 1st all of the plans will be available to the public according to the Twitter account SHIB. We will be discussing Yogi in this video. For Shiba Inu in November, this means 1,000 times more. Shiba News Update. To view our most recent videos, please subscribe, share and give us a big thumbs up. Now let's get the video started without any additional delay. It was SHIB's performance that demonstrated the game's focus on community. With a 0.8% increase in the past day, the meme currency was trading at $0.00001125. On the other hand, SHIB did not appear prepared to generate profits for the day on October 30th, trading at $0.000011. It seems like SHIB had a low chance of doing very well. Buyers had no say on SHIB's momentum according to the Relative Strength Index analysis. With a rating of 46, SHIB appeared to be more in sync with its neutral pricing state. Nonetheless, the Awesome Oscillator opted to remain in the green even though it was below zero. As the blue line surpassed the red line, the moving average convergence divergence revealed a small upward trend. Furthermore, it appears that SHIB was impacted by a decline in whale interest. According to Whale Stats, the top Ethereum whales did not trade SHIB as one of their top 10 tokens in the last day. Still, SHIB managed to hold 5.47% of the total assets. $136 million was the total. In the past, an increase in the number of whales buying SHIB might cause its price to rise. According to sentiment, both the positive and negative attitudes towards SHIB chose sides. There were 42 good sentiments on SHIB on October 30th. Conversely, there was 6.98% negative sentiment. It was in Australia on September 17th that Shiba Eternity's blockchain implementation was first made public. Shiba Inu prices fell with the broader market on October 13th before recovering by almost 7% between October 17th and 18th. Throughout this period, the market's attitude remained relatively unchanged despite the rally. Nonetheless, further details on the game's launch can generate more excitement. A steady increase has been observed since the most recent sell-off on September 18th. It seems probable that long-term token holders sold their holdings after seeing the price surge, considering this happened just one day after the introduction in Australia. At this time, the meme currency saw a retracement and a decline of 8.5%. There was a head and shoulders pattern formed by the price fluctuations recently, leading up to today's breakthrough. A 2.9% gain occurred during this breakout. Among the top 1,000 Ethereum users, Whale Stats reports a net worth of around $147.5 million. According to Whale Stats, Shiba Inu was also the most valuable token in terms of dollars. As a result, prospective Shiba Inu players and investors need to know a few things. One of these is the fact that, as we saw on September 18th after the surge on September 17th, a sharp market correction often follows a price increase. With a 2.5% increase over the past week, the price of SHIB is now $0.00001137 USD. Information presented during Saturday's CoinGecko show. Whether the value of Shiba Inu will rise or fall further will become clearer as October 6 draws near. Major Ethereum holders have taken an interest in BONE, one of the three tokens in the Shiba Inu ecosystem that is being used in transactions on Shiba Swap. In the last day, BONE has risen to prominence among the top 1,000 Ethereum whales in terms of smart token usage according to data shared by Whale Stats. The sole Shiba Inu cryptocurrency, SHIB, had already achieved this level of success, but whales showed zero interest in BONE. However, prominent investors appear to have observed the token's over 20% increase since the week's opening during the current crypto winter. A slew of large cryptocurrency exchanges have just added BONE to their quote lists, which has led to an influx of buyers and liquidity. but the token spread on crypto platforms is far from complete, and more announcements are likely in the works, given the increasing interest in it. The same whale statistics show that, behind Ethereum, ETH is the most popular cryptocurrency among Ethereum whales. Also, compared to earlier times, the number of people holding SHIBs has been increasing strongly in the past few weeks. The number of new addresses holding SHIB has been increasing at a rate of 40,000 per week since September 10, according to U.Today. In comparison to the previous 3 months, it is almost 1.5 times more. There are about 2.2 million Shiba Inu owners worldwide. Everyone in the SHIB army is counting down the days before the Shiba Inu launch. The next SHIB, the metaverse, relies on the Layer 2 solution, hence its completion is seen as a major step forward for the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Reduced transaction costs and improved transaction speeds are also anticipated with the launching of Shiba Inu. There are exactly 3 days remaining in the timeframe that was originally intended for the launch, which is in the third quarter of 2022. Members of the SHIB army are naturally congregating on Twitter to begin the countdown. The creators have officially announced the launch date for the end of September. But the Shiba Inu development team, Unification Fund, issued a formal announcement on Medium with a caveat, adding, or at least soon after. The documentation indicates that the Shiba Inu testnet will be updated first. In order to construct their dApps on the Layer 2 solution, onboarding developers must complete the testnet phase. Prior to the mainnet launch, developers utilizing Shiba Inu have the opportunity to offer feedback to the Shiba Inu team and assist in the identification of bugs. Many positive hashtags related to Shiba Inu, such as Shiba Eternity and Shiba Inu, are currently trending on Twitter as the date gets closer. Following the revelation of key gameplay details by creator William Volk and pseudonymous Shiba Inu leader Satoshi Kozama, excitement for the game came to a close. In addition, Volk shared the news that in some regions where Shiba Eternity has been released, the game has received an impressive rating of 4.9 out of 5 on the Apple Store. The vibrant community supporting the well-known meme coin has been steadily adding to the growing number of Shiba Inu holders, all with the goal of destroying their cherished Doc Team token. Shipburn reports that in the past day alone, more than 61 million Shiba Inu tokens were burned. 3 innovations in particular have the potential to boost SHIB prices. Vitalik Buterin's decision to keep burning tokens is one example of a catalyst. This strategy is based on the idea that SHIB prices will rise as a result of increased demand and decreased supply. A great deal of burning would have to take place due to the massive amount of tokens, which stands at 549 trillion. The expansion of the network is another driving force. In an effort to improve the network's functionality and decrease transaction fees, a Layer 2 solution codenamed Shiba Inu is allegedly in the works. An improved decentralized exchange called Shiba Swap 2.0 and a metaverse dedicated to Shiba Inu are now under development. The main objective is to increase the number of users, which will boost demand for SHIB and ultimately drive its price. Once again though, these upgrades just can't hold their own against Ethereum. Finally, Shiba Inu's value could be inflated by yet another massive social media hype cycle, as is the case with numerous meme-inspired cryptocurrencies. This has catapulted Dogecoin and other cryptocurrencies to stardom. However, one should not put their savings on it. It appears like an insurmountable effort to try to forecast the price movement of a certain cryptocurrency based on the amount of attention it might receive.